elderly pro-lifers outside Planned Parenthood in 2023 on Wednesday was sentenced to 1 year at-home detention and 3 years probation. Patrick Bryce, who was 26 when he attacked 84-year-old Dick Schaefer and 73-year-old Mark Crosby, said in court that, quote, "I just snapped," before tackling Schaefer into a flower pot, knocking him unconscious, and punching and kicking Crosby in the head and face, leaving him with permanent vision and hearing loss. Bryce, who is mixed race, said Schaefer made a comment that Bryce took to be a racial slur. It was never said in court what that alleged comment was, and although video and audio of the attack is widely available, it was never played in either of Bryce's 2 trials. In addition to the at-home detention, Bryce must complete anger management classes, undergo drug and alcohol screening, take part in any recommended therapy, and virtually attend 12-step meetings. The prosecution had recommended 10 years in prison, the maximum for the misdemeanor assault charges for which Bryce was convicted. He was acquitted of the more serious felony charges. "I knew what the outcome was going to be," Crosby said after the sentencing, "but I did not think it would be that extreme." Tom Brecka, president and chief counsel of the pro-life law firm Thomas More Society, said in a statement after the sentencing that this was an act of cowardice and cruelty and sheer mayhem. This crime deserves far more serious consequences than a get-out-of-jail-free card and a 1-year home detention that amounts to nothing more than a slap on the wrist. The Fairfax County Public Schools system in Virginia is looking into allegations and arranged abortions for students without notifying their parents. Officials at Centerville High School in Union Hill allegedly arranged abortions for 2 girls, including a 17-year-old, in 2021. School district policy is to encourage pregnant students to discuss the situation with their parents, but it does not explicitly mandate that staff tell parents when the girls decide to abort their babies. The Fairfax district was mired in controversy earlier this year when some of the Women's History Month posters at West Springfield High School promoted abortion. President Trump wants the Department of Veterans Affairs to get out of the abortion business. In 2022, the Biden administration allowed VA facilities to perform abortions for military veterans and their families under certain circumstances, including pregnancies that resulted from rape. The proposed new rule would still allow abortion if a mother's life is imperiled by the pregnancy. The proposed rule is open for public comment until the end of this month. A federal judge has ruled that a Colorado medical clinic run by 2 Catholic nurses can continue administering a progesterone regimen to women who have taken the first pill in a chemical abortion and then had a change of heart. The judge found that a state law banning the procedure interferes with the nurses' religious rights. The ruling applies only to the Denver area Bella Health and Wellness Clinic and does not block the law anywhere else. Judge Daniel Domenico noted that Colorado allows off-label use of progesterone in many contexts and did not provide compelling evidence that using progesterone to counteract an abortion pill should be treated differently than other off-label uses. Abortion pill reversal has saved the lives of more than 7,000 babies since it was pioneered by 2 Priests for Life medical advisors in the early 2000s. A pro-life advocate jailed for praying outside of Planned Parenthood in Michigan has asked the U.S. Supreme Court to review his case. According to the Christian Post, Matthew Connolly was convicted of violating an ordinance in Southfield that bans causing annoyance or disquiet in public areas. In April 2022, Connolly knelt in prayer in the common area of an office building where the abortion business was located. He refused a permit that would have barred him from holding pro-life conversations within 500 feet of any abortion facility in the country, instead choosing jail time and a fine. He was sentenced to 90 days. Advocates for faith and freedom filed a petition with the Supreme Court seeking to have the ordinance overturned. Louisiana protects most babies from abortion, and soon the whole state will be protected from Planned Parenthood. The abortion seller said it would close its 2 facilities there because of the defunding included in President Trump's Big Beautiful Bill. Jeff Landry posted on X that he has, quote, fought hard as Attorney General and now as Governor to rid our state of this failed organization. Abortion should never be considered health care. Taxpayers in Cook County, Illinois could pay for abortions for Chicago area women after the county health department decided to funnel $2 million to the Chicago Abortion Fund. A final vote on the proposal will take place later this month. Cook County commissioners said the grant signals a commitment not only to women's health but to equity and social justice in Illinois, and that the state is a model for others across the country. Illinois allows abortion until late in the 2nd trimester and even later under certain circumstances. Kansas was the first state to vote on an abortion-related amendment following the overturning of Roe v. Wade in 2022. In August of that year, voters defeated a pro-life amendment that said there is no right to abortion in the state constitution. Since then, abortions in Kansas have increased 200%, with 22,000 unborn children losing their lives in 2024. Many of those abortions were performed on women from states where laws protect the unborn. Kansans for Life Danielle Underwood, said the surge of abortions in her state is a heartbreaking reminder of the abortion industry's relentless targeting of vulnerable women. And finally, pro-lifers are cheering the newest Fantastic Four movie that centers around an unborn child, not a fetus, not a clump of cells, but an actual living human being worthy of being protected from the film's bad guys. In one memorable scene in First Steps, the mom uses her superpowers to turn her womb transparent so she can see her son. He's absolutely perfect, says the movie Mon, played by British actress Vanessa Kirby. That's some of what's making news this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a blessed weekend, and remember, life is the only choice.